On May 23rd, 2023, an episode of Reviewedly Interrupted was lost. Falling back behind some shit, it was forgotten for weeks until it was uncovered during some spring cleaning at the Pootie Industries Inc. archives. This is that lost episode. Enjoy! Booyah! Tippy tie, my damies, and welcome to episode 8, the lost episode. Wait, I'm not supposed to know it's lost. Okay, here's what happened. The episode was kind of lost. See, what happened was I did episode 7, and then I got really baked, and then I totally skipped 8 and went straight to episode 9. So it was lost in a way. Full disclosure. But this is episode 8/16, the lost episode, where I'm going to be doing Devil Times 5. I have it in this lovely little set. Yes, I probably picked it up at like fucking Kmart or Walmart or some motherfucker. You know, one of those places where it's just like you just see these sons of bitches sitting around and it's like 50 movies for $10. Yeah, I'm kind of in. So, yeah, and I decided out of all these movies, because it has tons on there, I have like a bunch on different sets. Some of them I don't know if I've had a chance to upgrade any of these. Like, well, I do have a Bucket of Blood and like a different DVD copy. I do need to get Messiah of Evil, like a good copy. Scream Bloody Murder needs to be fucking taken care of for real. You know, and there is like Devil Times 5 actually does have a Blu-ray copy that you can pick up on Amazon. And it's been a while since I watched this motherfucker. I'll read the synopsis. It's just one synopsis. Would plural be synopsi if it had two? Okay. A bus transporting some children from a mental institution crashes, killing the driver and freeing the 5 youths on board. The youngsters make their way to a nearby resort hotel that is closed for the season, but being used as a headquarters for a mob boss. Of fucking course. The mobster and his entourage take in the youths for protection. Because, you know, what mobster isn't going to be like, hey man, we got illegal activity here. Hey, 5 wandering kids, you should come in here and we'll take care of you make sure you're okay. Because, yeah, that makes sense. But are unaware of the homicidal tendencies of the youths harbor inside them. I think that's great. Mob meets psycho kids, and starring Leif Garrett, a young Leif Garrett. So this is going to be fucking interesting as shit. It's been a while since I watched it. I just remember it being like, I'm kind of remembering it a little bit in my head and everything, just the look of it and everything, and it just kind of had like this almost made-for-TV movie kind of look to it and everything. But the premise is just so amazing. I mean, come on. Like, today they're just rehashing shit. They're just redoing, remaking, revamping, like rebooting and everything. And it's like, you don't need to remake and reboot everything. It's like all these, there's tons and tons of writers in Hollywood, and they went on strike and everything. You're going to go on strike. If you're one of the asshole writers that's just like rewriting an old script and rebooting a movie, you don't need to be paid. Unless you're coming up with absolutely original ideas, go fuck yourself. Okay, that's the way I feel about it, okay? Nobody's doing shit like this anymore. Oh, no, it's got to have a great Hollywood premise and we got to have big stars. No, knock it the fuck off. Fans like me don't give two shits about that. Make it good, make it interesting. do something different. Because, like, these days we're getting tired of it. I don't mind a good, like, reboot or like a remake. I don't mind it. It's kind of like, you know, listening to a remix of a song, you know, or a cover song, you know, of like a good song, like how, you know, Jimi Hendrix did All Along the Watchtower. You know, sometimes the original's better, sometimes Jimi Hendrix fucking blows it out of the water, you know? So it's like, it's always kind of interesting to me to see a different take on something. So I don't always discard them, you know? But stop trying to make a big deal out of shit that's already been done. You know, it's like, let's get inventive again. That's why I like low budget. That's why I like independent. A lot of these motherfuckers, it comes out of nowhere where I'm like, okay, listen, it might not be the biggest production, might not have like the greatest acting or anything else, but it's new. It's inventive. The plot might be pretty similar to something, but it goes off on a tangent and adds new elements, does something different. It's like, I like that. I like when it takes a chance to be like, let's break from the norm, you know? And the little I remember of this movie, just the premise alone. I mean, come on, psycho kids being transferred, bus wrecks, they get taken in by fucking mobsters, and then they start fucking murdering mobsters, dude. I mean, that is pretty fucking cool to me. So I'm going to go watch this again, like of the movie thing. It does this thing. I don't mind the little slip cases, you know, it keeps them pretty protected. The only thing that sucks is like, I'm glad they don't do this much anymore. The whole double-sided thing, because it's like, you know, I'm one of those motherfuckers that like, you know, if I gotta take a movie out and set it down for a second, having that like, the side that doesn't have the playable movie on it, you know, you set that down, so it's like, you know, you're not setting the one side down and getting scratched and everything. I even taught my kids when they were really, really little, I'm like, you take it out like this, and you send it like this, if you can't put it away, but if you take it out, you put it away, so it doesn't get scratched, because I don't want to have to beat you and send you to an orphanage. And luckily, I never had to beat my children and send them to an orphanage. But I did have brochures that I would leave lying around for different orphanages, just in case, just to make sure that they knew I wasn't fucking around, you know? But, yeah, I'm going to go bust into this and watch it again for like, I don't know, it's probably like third or fourth time. Every once in a while, I like to make my way through these and, you know, kind of like rehash some old stuff that's cool in there. Oasis of the Zombies. I need to get that on Blu-ray too. Horror Express, which is a fucking classic and everything. But Silent Night, Bloody Night is a really fucking good one. I wouldn't mind finding on Blu-ray or something. But okay, I'm going to go watch this now. This little one, The Devil Times 5. Also known, for some reason, like if you check it out on IMDb, it pops up as Peopletoys, all one word, Peopletoys. Don't know why it was released as Peopletoys, but all right, here we go. Devil Times 5, a.k.a. Peopletoys. All right. Wadata, everyone. All right, I'm going to fuck off now. Well, if there was ever a movie that could be a great little like more PG video for the Plan B pill, Devil Times 5 is a good one. It's like, it kind of like the mobsters or whatever in the fuck, they didn't even seem like mobsters. I don't know if that was just some bullshit or what. Like, you can tell, like, you know, a few of them weren't that great at people or whatever. They just had their own little shortcomings, especially the main mob guy and everything. But these kids, it's like, it's almost like they're going to try to sucker you into sympathizing with these kids. And these kids are fucking horrible. They are fucking psychopaths. There is nothing about them that's like, oh, those poor little kids. No, they are horrible. Leif Garrett's character is like the craziest little fucking kid ever, just walking around in like fucking wide lapel fucking little suit and everything. It's like weird little shit. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know about these kids. It's like, it was a really good, like really well done movie. And it's like, it wasn't the worst thing. It wasn't like, it was almost like fucking Bad News Bears meets Children of the Corn meets something else. It's a pretty neat little fucking movie where it'll kind of just have you going like, it was fun just because it was so fucking strange. But like seriously though, you know, I've made up my mind about this, you know, and this movie really confirmed it, that it's a thing for me now, is that, you know, there's two things that'll get you kicked straight in the chest for me. That's being small and being sinister. So if you are a very small person who's acting very sinister, I'm just going to react and I'm going to kick you in the chest, you know? It's like, I don't care if you're maybe a midget, or maybe you're just like an 8-year-old. If you're small, do not be too sinister around me. You will get a straight roundhouse kick to the chest, and I will drop you. Just if the first hint of like sinisterness, or estly, and yeah, or maybe a punch, you know, just like a super punch, just straight to the sternum, drop them. Because I don't know, there's something about like, you know, small and sinister, you know, those little fuckers hide in places or some kind of weird shit like that. And it's like, and it's funny because like the kids, how they make it in there is, you know, they're fucking kids, and these adults are like, oh man, these poor kids and everything, you know, putting on the little like, oh, we're just innocent children. No, these kids are horrible. Fucking like there's one guy, they got a whole fucking Of Mice and Men motherfucker up in there. You know, he's all like really nice and shit, slow and everything, you know, because when you're a mob boss, you get a retard to like stay at your winter cabin year round. I don't know, he like bought this guy or something. I don't know what happened. I heard he was at a home. Like he was saying that like he was at a home and then that dude picked him up. I don't know if you got enough money, you can go around to homes and buy retarded people, I guess, or at least in the 70s. I mean, I don't know if the price is so high now, it's just not feasible, you know, but they even kill that guy. And that guy was like hella cool. He was just like the nicest guy, and they kill him. Right then, that tells you these kids are fucked, dude. They're like all very mental and everything, you know? And like Leif Garrett's character, it's funny because he's just a little kid in this, right? But the character he plays, he was actually, like his acting was really good. Because this kid was like having some gender identity issues or some kind of shit like that. He wanted to dress up in dresses and all this other kind of stuff. And, you know, so he was having kind of like, but he was acting also very small and sinister and psychopathic, you know? I mean, just his attitude. It wasn't just like, oh man, maybe this kid just has some mental problems. Like, no, he's like fucking Buffalo Bill type shit. I don't know if he's going to make a woman's skin suit, but this little kid is going to grow up to do really weird things. Like, I don't know, maybe it would be like, maybe it would be like Raising Cain. Maybe that kid became Raising Cain. Leif Garrett is Raising Cain. Leif Garrett is John Lithgow. I'm throwing that out there. Conspiracy theory, Hollywood conspiracy theory. Prove me wrong. I need someone to prove me wrong. If I don't get proof that Leif Garrett is not John Lithgow, I'm not going to believe it. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to see information from 2 independent fact checkers at least. And possibly even just, you know, if John Lithgow's like, nah, dude, he's serious and on me, I'll be like, all right, I'll take his word for it. You know, it's John Lithgow. But like, yeah, I don't know if you could stumble across this set. It's one of those fun little sets. Like, I didn't really look for this on Amazon, but I'm pretty sure you could probably find it on it. They got a bunch of like goofy shit like this too. I mean, I don't know if you'd want this set. I mean, all these sets are pretty much the same. Sometimes like the movies change every once in a while. There's like I'll find these and I'll go through them and I'll be like, okay, how many of these sound familiar, or do I know for sure I have? And if it's like an overwhelming amount that I don't have, or if it's like, I don't know, 60-40, maybe 65-35, some shit like that of like 65 I don't have, 35 I do, and I just got them on this, I'll get it because it'll be some like other shit that I have never seen before. So it'll be like something new and kind of fun, you know? So, but I, you know, like I did say before, I mean, I'm sorry. It's just, I'm trying to get my head together because I've never done this show in sepia before, you know, retro jaundice color. And right now all this sepia tone is, I don't know. It's starting to give me a pain in my liver a little bit, but you know, I'm just trying to get used to this, you know, this being a lost episode that was filmed definitely like not today. But like, yeah, if you want to get the Blu-ray, I don't know if there's probably a DVD too, or just this, you know, just check shit out. I don't know. I got the link for the Blu-ray, check it out and everything. And yeah, it's just so funny, the little slipcase. I do love how these ones give like a little synopsis and shit like that. Sometimes you get the sets and there's like no synopsis whatsoever, so you're going in there blind and you're like, well, let's see what the fuck happens, you know? But it is kind of cool they did that with this, and it's like from, what is it, Mill Creek Entertainment. If you buy a lot of these kind of sets and a lot of like lower budget kind of odd shit, maybe even like really like bare bones dollar store type DVDs and shit like that, you'll see like Mill Creek pumps out a lot of this kind of stuff. And it's like, I don't think they up the quality of anything at all, really. Maybe now, I don't know. But I don't think they really do for like these kind of sets. But like they get the rights to be able to release them. So at least like, you know, it's kind of cool that some of these movies got a chance to get like released like this. Because I'm pretty sure this came out, like this set came out well before the fucking Blu-ray. You know what I'm saying? And, because this is a lost episode, seriously, totally 100% not making it up, filmed like long time ago because I'm in sepia, which means it wasn't like I'm filming it today at all. It's not recent, I swear, but I can see into the future, and I think for when it gets to that point, for Memorial Day, I'm going to do aliens. Oh yeah, you'll be like, aliens? What? Giant alien creature and then blah 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 blah. Colonial Marines, motherfucker, come on. This movie is badass. This movie is like fucking Terminator meets the first Alien. This is where it's like, okay, now we're gonna add more of that fucking action, which is like kind of cool because, you know, retro shit, it's kind of like a dude thing. I don't know, maybe a dude thing where it's just like movies like that from back in the day where they had like that real certain kind of action where like the action star was always like probably most definitely like really built and he's just tough, and it's like no matter what comes at him, no matter how far down he's beaten, he will triumph because he's a bad motherfucker, and lots of gunfire and regular fire and car chases and stuff. There's some of that kind of stuff in there. I guess I wouldn't call it a car chase, but they do have that one car and it's driving through shit. But Memorial Day, into the future, I see when I look through my crystal balls that I will be doing aliens for Memorial Day. I can see that in the future. But yeah, all right. So yeah, Devil Times 5 was fun though. And I say, you know, if you do get a chance to see it, check it out because it's really not that bad. And I'm telling you, it's like, the music is funny. I mean, you could chop it up and you can throw it into like cutscenes in fucking the Brady Bunch. It's that kind of like music that's almost like seem like stock music, you know. But so it's got like it's got that little bit of cheese like that. Because if you watch this shit, these kids are really fucked up. There is a death scene in this that rivals a death scene in Scalps, which Scalps is one of my favorite movies. I fucking love Scalps, man. That is like top 5. There's something about that movie I love. I'll be doing that down the road. But this scene goes on for so long in slow motion. It just keeps going and going. It's like it goes on for an insane amount of time where you're like, oh, okay, you know, and it's like, oh, no. And then it's like 3 more fucking minutes, 5 more minutes or whatever, you know. I think it feels like about 10 minutes of just slow motion fucking kill scene. I'm talking about slow motion. They are moving super slow, and it's just like fucking, it just drags, and there's something about it that is so fucking demented that it goes on for so long, you know. And I don't know, the kids are just, it's pretty cool. Like they actually do a really good job of these kids, you know. We can see that they have some kind of psychosis, because at first it seems like, oh, maybe they're just kids that, you know, maybe a little too rambunctious and or whatever. And it goes to find out, no, they're fucking psychotic, and they are down to kill, you know. And they got psychoses, like for real mental fucking psychoses, that somehow, somewhere, somebody was able to catch this shit young before they became grown-up fucking murderers, you know? So, I don't know, maybe this movie is really about bringing mental health, public awareness, you know, to the forefront of the conversation. Maybe that's what this movie is really about. Maybe there's a deeper message to it. Or maybe it's a movie about a bunch of fucked up kids, like, being assholes. Who's to say? Not me. Oh, wait. Yes, because it's my movie review. It is me. Oh, but I don't know. Cool movie. Check it out and everything. And in the future, for the episode that was before this one, but after this one, right? I just fucked with time. I'm like Father Time now. The only problem is, I'm going to go out to get a pack of cigarettes, and I ain't coming back. Yeah. That's the kind of Father Time I'm going to be. Anyway, into the future, aliens. But for now, I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm done yapping. Good movie. Check it out. It's actually a lot of fun. Fucking Devil Times 5. If IMDb has it as Peopletoys or whatever, some kind of shit. Check the movie out. It's pretty sick, and catch you all motherfuckers on the flip side and cheesy. All right. So this has been episode 16/8, the lost episode of Reviewedly Interrupted. And I've been your host, Pootie Tang.